So, I thought I would just start us off with some music. That was No Cars Go by Arcade Fire. I love the Arcade Fire. And now to introduce myself, I am Ettalou. I'm 17. I am your guide to Mondays with the Nerds in Blue. This is my first video. I am excited to meet all of you. Hello, Internet. Hello, Interweb. It's lovely to meet you, and this week we're going to talk about movies and religion. Like movies and religion. Those things are both very interesting topics. So I love movies. I watch movies all the time. Some of my favorite actors are, I love Paul Newman, the recently departed Elizabeth Taylor. I love Katharine Hepburn. She's a brilliant actress. And, I do like modern people who still are acting and alive and stuff. And I love Natalie Portman. I love James Franco. Oh, James Franco, you are just so wonderful. And I have a little bit of a soft spot for Bradley Cooper. Something about his flipped back hair and his piercing blue eyes. And I saw Limitless and it was really good. I don't know if that's a very popular opinion, and I actually kind of thought The Hangover was hilarious. Oh, and so weird and creepy, but it was so hilarious, and I really hope that the second one isn't terrible, because that would make me sad. And probably some of my favorite movies of all time is Star Wars. The original Star Wars, meaning A New Hope, Episode 4, which actually was originally just called Star Wars. They renamed it Episode 4, A New Hope, after the next two came out, because they wanted to tell you that it wasn't just Star Wars, and then they wanted to differentiate. So that's what they did. So there's a little bit of Star Wars trivia for you. Yeah, it's pretty great. I mean, I wanted to be Han Solo when I was a child, even though I'm a girl, and that movie came out 20 years before I would even be able to, 20, probably about, yeah, it came out about 15 years before I was born, and then 20 years before I could even really understand how awesome it was. So there's that. So, and I don't really get the carbonite thing, because how could Han not have struck first? I mean, how could he he's such a good shot that that's just impossible. The carbonite, how could he be? But I guess, gives them a reason to go and save him. Yeah, so that's how I feel about that. And I think that actually these topics are really interesting, because we're going to I've finished with movies now, and so we're going to talk about religion. And movies and religion are so closely tied together, because, you always have that sort of automatic response when someone either asks you what your religion is or what's your favorite type of movie. And you'll say, indie, comedy, Hindu, Buddhism, Judaism, and you always have that response. And it's so much more complex than that. And that's the funny thing, is that we're always so, automatic response. But really, there's so much complexity of what we believe. In all technicalities, I'm a Jew. I is a Jew. That's very good. I am Jewish. And that's pretty cool. And I like being Jewish. And but I also believe in other things. I believe in all of my little favorite parts of each religion kind of pushed together under the guise of Judaism. I'm sorry to people who think that I shouldn't be Jewish, but I'm still Jewish, so that's cool. And, it's kind of what I believe, and if I were to give one answer, it would be Jewish, and if I were to give one answer about what kind of movies I like, that would be nerdy. So, uh, it was lovely to meet you, you little schlaffendorphins, or nurdlings, as I like to call you. And I'm a nerdling as well, so, it's like, how Lady Gaga calls people little monsters, but, people might not even be watching, so who knows? So, I'll see you guys next Monday. So, that's cool. Okay. Bye, little Schnorvendorphins.